Sleepy Witch, thank you for the very kind $5. Did this real quick. Can I get some art critique? Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, this is cute. Yeah, it's funny and edgy, okay? Oh, yeah, Miku. I still don't know what the Miku thing is, but people seem to like it. All right. Let's give it a quick look, okay? So obviously it's anatomically stylized. Let me think. Well, the misalignment of the spine is the thing that immediately comes to mind. Spines have a curve that's kind of straight down, but then there's like a jut backwards here, and then it ends here with the tailbone. Yeah, I think what you should really do is make the colors pop. I think that with a little bit of I'm looking for two things here. Make the colors pop, and I would suggest varying line weights a little bit. I would suggest that very heavily. So you probably also want a little bit of dynamicism. There's a bit of a stiffness to the pose that's exacerbated by misalignment on the foot. The foot is directly perpendicular to the camera, but this leg should be coming out at like a 3/4 angle because of where the hip is. If she's twisting, like she's turning so her foot would be facing this way, then her left hip would actually be over here, like it'd be more this way. So if anything, you would actually want this foot facing directly forward and this foot turned to the side, because that would emphasize the twist of the hips. You always want a strong line of action when you're doing stuff like this. So think of a line of action for the... Okay, hold on. Well, okay, now... I really like doing art critique, even though I'm not exactly good at it. So you've kind of just got me up in a tizzy now, okay? So again, we're drawing this with a mouse, so I can't draw with a mouse, blah, 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 you know. Okay. So you have a couple of directions that you can take with this. This is too big. That's too big. That's too small. Okay. There you go. You have a couple directions you can take with this, okay? So with line of action, all right? There's nothing actually wrong with having, like, a straight line of action down. Like, the implication would be that she's, like, gliding along, kind of like, you know, effortlessly, or that maybe she's, like, landed and she's physically fit so she can just absorb the impact on these big heels. They look like fantasy heels, I guess. The issue is the arms being straight out like this make that a lot harder. You might want to try varying, like, the positions of the arms a little bit. If you had an arm, like... like one arm forward, like with the hand doing like a twirl, and the other arm is like backwards, you know, like back here, that kind of thing. It could emphasize the motion a little bit more. Like I said, with this foot, it should probably be facing like directly forward as opposed to the side. This one being on the side looks fine though. And yeah, as for the colors, I feel like the background colors probably aren't doing you any favors here. I feel like, if anything, you should go for, like, a darker gray. Does anyone else feel that way? That a darker gray would... Because I feel like the lightness of the gray kind of bleeds out the white of the socks a bit. Here, if we turn on area scaling... Don't area scale that hard, you fucking... No, what is it? Close gap, is it here? Yeah, there we go. I don't know, maybe? Feel like that makes it pop a little bit more. Feel like light-wise about the orange gray, or maybe if it was a bit of a lighter yellow, so that way it wouldn't be as close to the colors in her outfit. Again, I'm just spitballing here. You know, I think a little bit more contrast. Decent contrast between the foreground and background. Not a fan of the yellow. Yeah, maybe not the yellow. Could go for a really dark, potentially. Maybe. I don't know. You get what I'm talking about a little bit. And when you're doing hair, look, shut up. I'm not a color theorist. Talk to Hyena for that, okay? When you're doing hair too, you know, especially for anime stuff, hair is such a great way to put dynamicism into an image, you know? Is she moving like this way? Because it looks like she's sliding along a little bit, then the hair could be like whipping back a little bit, you know, like the ponytails kind of thing, or that, or if they're not, then even if she's standing like super straight, people cheat all the time with like the cool shit that hair does, you know, like all the flow and all the little cute shit that it does and all that fun stuff, you know. And now we've seen the super straight resemblance, and you know what? One of these days I'll hook up my Cintiq and I'll show you what some real art critique looks like. Anyway.